Hey you, so on this episode of Hot on New Coins, I believe I've got 4 coins here. I'm going to be catching up on some of the more requested coins and just what I've seen on what's out there on the Hot on New Coins. Once again, just going over my whole thought process as I've been into the collector coins, picking them up and flipping them, and what goes through my mind when I see these coins, whether I think they're hot or not, and why I wouldn't pick them up. So we'll jump straight into this coin here, and that's going to be the Wedgewood on coins. I've got the drab through the post from the Royal Mint, and so it's one of those ones that just become, you know, firewood basically, or just, you know, fire stuff for the fire. And it's this piece here, and you can see it here sinking in now. This is the gold offering of the piece. Now here's an example of a coin. I think this is your average stock from the Royal Mint. So this is what they're normally used to doing prior to having this little run that they've got now with the 50p's, or even just working out somewhat of a winning formula that got even prior to the Queen's Bees. This is the kind of stuff when I you know, be walking by the site, see stuff like this and just keep it moving. But I was asked my thoughts and opinions on these. These are out now, and this is, I think it's a pretty decent design. What's the guy's name now? Josiah Wedgewood. So I think this is one of his most famous, or one of the vases that took him forever to make, and it's a real iconic piece. So the Royal Mint have teamed up with the company Wedgewood now, and they've collaborated to make this coin. I look at pieces like this and I don't know how they come about to making these connections. I know he was like a massive figure back in the day, real large in the whole industrial age and everything. I don't know how they come about doing these collaborations, but once again, it could be they just work with iconic figures. But I don't know who this coin would appeal to. I know the company themselves do a lot of porcelainware, tableware and stuff like that now currently. It could appeal to them. I don't know who in the coin collecting world, but then, you know, that's just me on a personal front. But my opinions on this piece here is it wouldn't be a piece for me. Given an example of how it's looking on the site, even when you hit on the site and you see a screen like this, depending on how you view it. We've all seen what the Royal Mint website looks like when they've got a hit. You know, you're not even getting on here, you're getting the queuing system. I believe this coin's been up for a couple of days now, and it's business as usual. Just doing a small comparison in the offerings, and here's just a bit of stuff on the thing. Anybody can go and see this. This is also a big indicator. I mean, nowadays you don't even get the luxury of going through what I'm going through here. The coins are hit, we're talking in under an hour, then you're sold out. You've got people in the Royal Mint advertised the coin for a 7:30 release that get in at 7:35, and the silver's gone or the gold's gone, or, you know, it's literally you act now or you lose. When you're able to just cruise about and window shop like this, just from that standpoint, you already know it's not going to be a massive hit. Once again, if you're a pure collector and you love this for all of what it is, then to totally ignore what I'm saying. This is coming from somebody that's looking at it for the flip, or the cowboy flip here, or a cowboy collector standpoint. So this would be a big indicator of one I'd just watch on the sidelines if I was interested. Everything is still available. So you got the silver proof, if we can get into there. You've got the usual stuff that look, they are up on the price there, which is interesting. So I'm not sure if this weighs the same as I'm comparing it to the average 50p's, but another indicator is the household limits now. So you've got a household limit of 3, and this is the silver proof. So I think this is on a 3K mintage, which is the standard, yeah. So it's on a 3,000 mintage, and I think 4,500 in total. We can get into that. Yep, so you've got 4 or 5 total. On a 3 per household limit, once again, the Royal Mint are not seeing they need to choke it themselves. So that's giving you all the signs from them as well. Even they know, you know, if somebody was to go in and try order as many as they could here, it wouldn't be an issue. On their golds, they now seem to limit them on hot releases to 1. I believe that was another mistake they made on the Snowman, which they haven't, which they've now rectified. So on the Snowman, you was able to order 3 gold coins. As you can see here, there is a limit, but 3 once again gives you an indication that the Mint ain't expecting big things from this. So, you know, it is what it is really. The price in here, once again, interesting enough, is 845. It is a different design altogether, so they may charge on how easy it is to mint this, but I believe the weight is damn near the same as one of the average 50p gold proof coins. So, you know, but I could tell you something. Look, if this coin was to be a miraculous hit for some reason tomorrow, everybody and anybody would be able to capitalize. So it'd be one of those things where you got one over. I wouldn't say you got one over. You know, the buyer was able to win. What you would then get is, I don't know, Wedgewood 2. And, you know, you'd get a register your interest. Do you understand? I find it funny, but just exposing, you know, if they didn't know we was aware. Register your interest. You'd get a set time. You're getting nobody getting in. You're getting the queuing system. And then you're getting a sold out. You're getting a 1 per household, a 2 on the silver, a 1 on the gold, and the likes of. So that's the typical MO. They can, you know, it is dangerous because they can manufacture what they do, but they can try put that in place to give the illusion that something's doing better than it is. It wouldn't surprise me if they was also fudging the numbers, saying 85% down, making, you know, people literally FOMOing on these coins. That also wouldn't surprise me. But it is what it is. But this is the prime example of a raw mint collector piece that wouldn't interest me. And I'll probably explain to some degree as to why. The design is not really my top thing that I look for, as long as I think there's potential in the coin, but I don't think it's a bad design for what it's worth. It's just not hot for me in terms of picking it up, seeing any potential interest, but I've been wrong many a time. And I'm going to give a shout out to, I believe it's a guy, Uniquely Seen. He's a subscriber, and he normally comments in the videos and asks if I could give my thoughts and opinions on some real unique pieces. And he's just recently started doing some videos displaying a lot of the coins that I've done videos on. I think it was the trade dollar and a lot of extremely exclusive gold coins. So I'll leave a link to his channel, you know, because I believe he had the world's most expensive coin, and it was based on a porcelain vase. And I just thought of that now. So guys, go check out some of the videos he's put up. It's going to be with a lot of the real exclusive gold coins. And so moving straight on, that's my thoughts and opinions on the Wedgewood coin. We can take a look at it in the silver variant there. Once again, not my piece, but you know, there is potential there, but I think it would have to be on this release here, so somebody could literally lap them all up if they wanted, and then see what could happen from there. But I think it's a mediocre piece. It'd be fantastic to know your thoughts and opinions on this piece, and this in general on the Royal Mint, and why you think they got into a piece like that, or do you totally agree with it and understand it to the fullest? I think it's absolutely stunning. It would be great to hear in the comments. So getting on to the big bad Perth, a little while back now, a dealer told me Perth were going to be bringing something out and I should keep my eyes peeled. And it was very hush-hush, you know, top secret cloak and dagger. And it's looking like the coins I'm going to be showing here today from the Perth are what they was referring to. And I must say I'm not overly impressed. It seems to be the year of the anniversary, or any year is. And Perth are fully ramping down on that. So you have these, what's it, the Welcome Stranger nugget coins. Now Perth have been doing nugget coins forever, I think since the early 90s, and this one here I think is an anniversary piece to one of the largest nuggets, or the largest nugget ever found. So they've brought this piece out as an anniversary piece. I think the gold has a mintage of 7,500 and the silver has a mintage of 30k. Let me see if I can get an image of the silver piece up. Yeah, so this is the silver piece. It's, I think, the newest from the Perth that they've offered. Also on the next one I'm about to show. Thoughts and opinions. The nugget coins have never really done anything for me. I've seen them about for a very long time. They're normally tagged with the kangaroo coins, I believe. But yeah, I think if they wanted to really rake in on this, they would have whacked the mintages way down. I think 7.5 and 30k is Perth not being too serious. I do think Perth currently really needs to pull something out. I mean, with Perth, what was driving Perth from what I personally saw for a long time was they had a lot going on with the Lunar series. And then they created a frenzy when they first pulled out the Dragon Phoenix on the 50k. I personally see it as it's died down a little now. I do see the Tiger Dragon coin as of recent on sale, even with a few dealers. Not saying it's done bad whatsoever, but you know, it's that they're losing a lot of steam. Now, I'm not saying by no means that they're dying out. Just to me, I feel like a lot of their new releases is just drab now. So, you know, they need to do something again. You know, everyone's dropped their mintages, but coming from someone as big and bad as Perth, it would be good to see what else they're willing to do now to really get, you know, YouTube land buzzing. Stuff like this, I think, is just them taking advantage, or, you know, jumping in on the opportunity to take the anniversary of the nugget being found and pump these out. I think they could have done a lot better with the production and the funds, but for what it's worth, I've never found nugget coins anything special. I think they are what they are. I don't really want to pick one up depending on the premiums. I don't know what they're going for, then by all means, but I personally wouldn't see anything special going on with these at all. If I'm buying, I'd want it down near bullion prices. 30k on the silvers is no different to 350k right now, especially on a coin that has practically nothing behind it. So on the gold and the silver, for me, I think they're medium lukewarm. You know, it is what it is. I think they could have done better putting the funds into a different type of production, but you know, that really is what it is. So we'll look at the second offering from the Perth, and once again they're jumping on board with an anniversary piece, and that's going to be the moon landing. So this is what I also believe the dealer was referring to, and that's going to be the big bad Perth. So I think this is even this side of the year, so in the past month and a half, 2 months of time of releasing this video, this has been Perth's other release. So they have the moon landing coins. Now on these, they've gone a little favourable in the mintages. I'm comparing the Perth and the US mint here. The rest is more static. There's not really a lot going on with them because you're getting the best from the best mints there. I would easily go more Perth than the US mint. Why? Because in terms of quality, a more worldwide appeal. If the US mint, you know, Perth specifically went for the 1 ounce, the 5 ounce, and the 1 ounce on the silver also. So I think with these, the gold is 500. That's just a message I'm getting there. On the 5 ounce silver, they have a mintage of 1000. I think a little too high. And on the 1 ounce silver, they have a mintage of 7,500, all proof. So that could be an issue, but they are somewhat handsomely priced. But I'm not overly impressed that they've gone with a whole moon landing. It's just too many moon landing themed coins at the moment. I don't want anything where on date of release or first offerings we're oversaturated with too many moon landing coins, because it's just going to confuse. It would be the main reason why I'd stay away, because you've had one from the US mint and you've had everybody else and their mother dropping one, and then you've had Perth mint come along and drop one. I think if Perth even dropped first, this could have had more of a chance. But even with such somewhat decent mintage numbers, I don't see massive things for these, but we'll have to see. Once again, I could be absolutely wrong. What do I think of the design? It is what it is. You know, it'd be great to know what you guys think of the design. I think the gold proof mintage is decent. It'd be great if Perth lowered that to 250. I think they're going to need to do something like that, especially with something new, and especially with nothing massive out at the moment. You know, to me, the Kookaburras, the current ones, and the Lunar series, which we don't have nothing on at the moment in terms of information, are both going to be coming out with massively large mintages. So it's going to be very interesting to see what we get and what it ends up being. So I'm going to get on to the next one. It'll be the final piece here, and it's going to be the infamous Peter Rabbit. Now, I did recently speak on this on the last video and was saying it was the third release, but by mistake, this is actually the fourth release in the Peter Rabbit series. So this is going to be the fourth edition. So we've had the 2016, the 2017, the 2018, and this is the 2019. They brought the gold out single in the same design, but once again, I did speak this in the last video, it's not going to be one for me. This came out on a 30k mintage with, I believe, a 35k total top, and I believe the gold was a 500. It's too many now. We're way into the Peter Rabbit series, and I don't know if they're going to do all the other animals that come along with Peter, but they're getting close to really oversaturating the market, if you personally ask me. There's only so many Peter Rabbit coins and editions and different variations. Personally, I feel everyone's going to take before you're flooded. And not to forget, other mints have also jumped on the bandwagon. So you have mints now doing Peter Rabbit coins. If I was trying to find the paperwork, that ain't 50p's, but it damn near had the identical design. So this is what I'm saying, it's getting oversaturated. So you would expect Royal Mint, hopefully, you know, we know you've got more Wedgewoods up in the barrel, but to really change it up, there's a lot more other things I feel they could do instead of pumping so much more into this release here. So I think they've just, you know, killed it. And I mean, one more release, what we're going to have a Peter Rabbit 2019, 2020, 2030 and going on for infinity. I think they should stop now. The fact that they're still available says a lot, but if they can sell, technically in the long run, this will still be a better sell than the Wedgwood. And this is exactly what I mean. So they're better off just doing something like this, oversaturating the market, not really caring what anybody and everybody thinks, because it's always going to be better than something like the Wedgwood, where they're doing so much into design and production and a lot of money going on in the background and even advertising. And it goes on to do lukewarm, and they don't normally end up putting their stuff on the sell bucket. So, you know, the mint's in full control. They normally send a few out to dealers, and dealers may not even take stock. So the dealer may have you waiting 2 weeks and getting it from the mint. If it doesn't go on to do good, it just, you know, either gets remelted or they never produce too many. And so they will always look to do something like this, where it will always, a lot of the PR work's done already. So they'll always be able to match Wedgwood, whatever the new coin is, beat those kind of sales. They must have some type of a sell target that they'll always be able to reach if they just keep on remixing and remixing. But that's also a danger in that, and I feel we've reached that with the Peter Rabbit coins. So I'm out on these. I think it's a nice design, but I think this is 150p too many now. They literally are going to be killing. I mean, it's going to affect from the bottom down, so from the top down. So 2016 resale price on the secondary market are definitely going to be feeling a dent now. They have a fourth release of the Peter Rabbit coins. So that could also be a warning to anybody that's recently got into the Snowman, the Gruffalo, and a few of the other releases. You know, this is what they do. This is their MO. It could be an early sign. You just need to look at where the Peter Rabbit series is going. You know, it's a big, massive rush and a queue at the door now. But when you get to, you know, Gruffalo number 4, Gruffalo number 5, Snowman number 6, what's it going to do to your Snowman number 1? So just sell them into play, and I can only work for myself and try to keep myself, you know, above water and do what I'm going to do and take it from there. So I'm going to wrap this one up, guys, but fantastic to know what you guys think of these releases. Do you think they're hot or not? Or do you think the mints in general, everything just needs to be, you know, revamped? In the end of the day, these mints are going to keep on making the collector coins that they're making, and it's either you're going to be in or you're going to be out. You know, we could be as tired as we want and think it's as drab or dead as it is, but you're either in or you're out. You've got to be in it to win it. So there's always going to be opportunities, and there's definitely other coins out there to be looking at that are doing fantastic, and I'll try and incorporate as many as I can in these types of videos. But like I said, I'm going to leave a link to Uniquely Seen's channel, where he's displaying a few of the coins that I've had out that are really high priced gold pieces, and you guys can go take a look and do what you got to do from there. So hey, I love it, guys. It'll be nice to know what you think of this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.